What's poppin'? Wagwan YouTube, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are already part of my family, thank you so much for joining me here once again today. For those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Kiara Selena. I am a practical nurse, and on my channel I mainly talk about nursing and health, but we also do a bit of beauty, vlogging, and lifestyle. So if you're into any of those things, please consider joining the fam by banging that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever I post future content. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about vaginal detoxing, otherwise known as Yoni steams. This is something that has been around forever. It helps with so many different vaginal issues, which I will share with you guys a little later. But before we officially start the video, I just wanted to officially tell you guys, thank you guys so much. I wanted to give you guys a big shout out because yesterday we officially hit 20,000 subscribers, which to me is just mad. That is insane. So I know I already thanked you guys pretty much on every single platform that I could possibly communicate with you guys on, but I just wanted to take this time to really not necessarily face to face, but to really show my face and, tell you guys, thank you guys so much for supporting me, for showing me love, for believing in me, for just helping the girl out. Honestly, I started YouTube just as a passion, just as something for fun, but I never really thought it would go this far, and the numbers are still going up. I mean, we hit 20,000 yesterday, and we're at 20,300 today. So we gained like 300 subscribers in one day, and the numbers have just been going crazy. So I just wanted to thank you guys so much for your support, for subscribing, for watching. It just makes me feel really good to know that, people out there actually enjoy and appreciate my content. And I figured I would do something for you guys in return. I know that I've done giveaways in the past, and although giveaways are good, I know that a lot of the people who watch my YouTube channel are also YouTubers, and I know how hard the YouTube game is. Now, I know I'm not like a star or anything like that. However, I did grow a pretty decent sized audience, and I feel like I want to share that with you guys. I wanted to, instead of just giving you guys a book or giving you guys a gift, I wanted to give you guys something that will actually help you guys get closer to your YouTube goals. And so as of today, I will be giving YouTube shout outs every single video. So if you guys want to get a shout out, I'm going to give 4 shout outs every single video. So if you guys want to get a shout out, the only thing I'm asking you guys to do is to leave a comment, to send me a screenshot proof that you follow me on Instagram and that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel with your notification bells on. I will note your name down, and I will try to give you a shout out in my next video. Now remember, I'm only doing 4 shout outs every single video. So if I don't give you a shout out, it's not necessarily that I'm skipping you or anything like that. If I don't do it in the next video, it'll probably be in the following one, because I know I'm probably gonna get quite a few people who are gonna want the shout out. So make sure you comment on the video, make sure you send me a screenshot that you follow me on Instagram and that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel with your notification bells on, and hopefully these shout outs will help you guys get the exposure that you guys want so that your subscribers can go up. Okay, now let's get into it. What is a Yoni steam? So a Yoni steam is a really simple remedy that has been used forever. I want to say even my great-grandmother's generation used to use Yoni steams for postpartum women to help them expel the placenta and to just get rid of all that gunk and, all those little leftover tissues that, come out a little after they've given birth. So it's just to help with that. Now I'm gonna go into what exactly a Yoni steam is used for, but before we go into that, just to briefly let you guys understand what it is, it's really simple. All you have to do is boil some water. You put some fresh herbs into the water, and then you can either put it into a very sturdy type of pail that you can sit on. The only thing with that is that back home we wouldn't fill up the pail too much so that the water is not too close to our vaginas, because the water is hot and you don't want it to burn or irritate the area. But they do have the type of toilet seats. It's like a little seat that has the whole kind. It's shaped like a toilet seat, and you can put the hot water or the bowl with the hot water underneath it. Or some people take some really sturdy cardboard boxes, and then they would cut a hole into it. They would put the bowl with the hot water and the herbs underneath the box, put the box over it, and then they would just sit on the hole so that the steam can come up. So there are different ways you can do this. That's like a DIY way you can do it. But once again, back home, we didn't have time for all of that. I remember my grandmother used to have me do Yoni steam sometimes for period cramps, and she would just have me sit on a very sturdy pail. So that's the way we do it. But either way, it's just the concept of having a bowl of hot water with some herbs go up into the vagina to help with different issues, which we're going to talk about right now. Just to name a few of the things that Yoni steams are good for, because there are a bunch of benefits to using Yoni steams or doing vaginal detoxing, but one of the main things, or one of my favorite things to use Yoni steams for, is dysmenorrhea or painful periods. So if you're anything like me, I have extremely excruciating period pains, right? Birth control has kind of helped me with that a little bit, but I have really bad period pains. And Yoni steams is something that my grandmother actually showed me when I was in Grenada. I got there was a time where I literally almost fainted because I was in so much pain. And she put me on a pail of hot water, and that helped me out a lot. So it helps with painful periods. Yoni steams also helps with vaginal dryness, depending on the herbs that you use, because some herbs actually have a lubricating effect. So it can help with vaginal dryness and painful intercourse. It can also help with some bacterial infections. So it can help with yeast infections. Some women have vouched that as soon as they start to feel that little itch or they start to see that little change in their discharge, they do a Yoni steam right away instead of waiting for it to get worse. They act on it right away and it helps them out. A lot of people have also said that it helped them out with bacterial vaginosis. It helped them cut it out right in the beginning, right? So as soon as they smell that little smell or they start to see a little change in the color of their discharge, they do a Yoni steam right away. It also helps with endometriosis, and some people have actually said that it helped them with infertility. So, and this is all due to the fact that the heat really going up into your cervical area just helps with cervical circulation, right? So this is just, there's so many benefits to using Yoni steams, but beware, because some people actually said that when they use the Yoni steam for yeast infections or for any type of vaginal infection, that it actually gave them the adverse effect and actually worsened their situation or worsened their yeast infection. So be careful with the herbs that you use, because I want you guys to be aware that depending on what you're using the Yoni steam for, you have to be careful with the kind of herbs you use, right? So there are different recipes for different issues. Like if you want to use it for a detox, or if you want to use it for vaginal lubrification, or if you want to use it for, period pains, depending on what you want to use it for, there are different recipes. So I will leave a link down below where you guys can click on, and you guys can go on that website, and they have a whole bunch of different, recipes for different issues. So make sure that you're using the right herb or the right set of herbs, depending on what your condition is. Because if you use the wrong type of herb, let's say you have vaginal dryness and you use a herb that is actually a little bit drying, well, you're worsening your situation. So you want to make sure that you're using herbs that help with lubricating the vagina as opposed to drying the vagina, right? So don't just go and use any herbs, because like I said, a lot of people say that they got the opposite effect, but I think the reason for that is because they're not using the right type of herbs based on their condition or based on what they're using the Yoni steam for. So make sure you guys go down on that website and you guys look at the recipes so that you can really gauge and so that you can really know what herbs to use based on your condition. So welcome to my kitchen, guys. I know some of you guys have already been in my kitchen, but for those of you who haven't, welcome. So in today's Yoni steam, I'm going to be using 3 main ingredients. Now these are very simple ingredients. For all of my Caribbean people out there, you guys have probably used this in your Yoni steams before. You don't only have to use herbs, you can actually use some fresh things, but if you are going to use herbs, make sure that you're using the fresh herbs. The fresh herbs are a lot better than the dried one. So I have coconut oil here. We know that coconut oil is great for yeast infections, and coconut oil actually has, some slight antibacterial properties to it. We also have some lemon, or you can also use lime. Actually, I have lime, and we know that lime and lemon is just good for overall detoxing. And I also have some dried basil, which is just good for like moving fluids, right? So if you're like, towards your very last day of your period, you can put some basil in your Yoni steam, and this will really just help like expel everything out, before your period officially goes away. But there are a whole bunch of different herbs you can use. You can use oregano, which is a natural antiseptic and antispasmodic. You can use rosemary, which is antimicrobial and antibacterial, so that is great for vaginal infections. Once again, there are a whole bunch of different herbs that you can use, but make sure you go on the website that I'm going to leave down below so that you can really get the proper ingredients to use for your specific issue, because you don't want to use a herb that's going to worsen your condition, or that's going to give you the adverse effect of what it is that you want, right? I just want like a little detox, something light, nothing too crazy. So I'm just gonna use these 3 basic ingredients because that's all I have, and because they just go well with what it is that I want to do, which is just cleanse my uterus. Some people are gonna say, hey, you know, your vagina naturally cleanses itself out and you really don't have to do a Yoni steam. And look, I'm not putting a gun to your head. I'm not forcing you to do anything. You can try this and see if it's beneficial to you, if it's effective for you. But if it isn't, then it just isn't. And if you don't want to do it, then just don't do it. This is just for you to try. You are free to try it. You're free to not try it. But please don't come and talk down on people, because it has worked for some people and it is definitely effective for me. All right, while the water is warming, I just want to address something to all the people who messaged me on Instagram about yeast infections and bacterial vaginosis. Okay, I'm not trying to be mean here. However, I do want to say that I put in a lot of work into making my videos and into ensuring that they're as informational as possible, so that you guys have all the information that you guys need to get rid of your issue. And I have a lot of people who click on my video and they come directly to my Instagram. You know, they'll go on my video talking about how to get rid of BV and say, hey, I watched your video about how to get rid of BV. Great video. Can you please tell me how to get rid of BV? I am not going to answer those messages anymore. Once again, I put in way too much work into my videos, and if I have a video answering your question, I will just resend you the link. And I strongly encourage that you guys watch the videos from beginning to end, because once again, I put in a lot of work into making these videos, and all the information that you need is in those videos. So I'm not gonna waste my time writing a whole novel about how to get rid of BV when I made a video giving you all the explanations that you guys need. So if you guys have bacterial vaginosis or yeast infections or vaginal odor or anything like that, I do have a couple videos that I made about those things. I will leave them right in the beginning of the description box, so you guys can go and look at all those videos. And if you guys have any additional information that you guys want, of course, I have no problem answering you guys. But if you guys don't watch the video and you guys message me asking me, you know, questions that I answered in those videos, I will just resend you to the link to those videos and encourage you to watch them. I'm not going to take the time out of my day to send you guys a novel explaining what I already explained in my videos. Okay? So right here I have a pail. We don't use this for anything, so, and it's solid enough for me to sit on it. So I'm just gonna take my hot water and I'm just going to pour it in there. Now, I'm pouring all the water, and I know it seems like it's a lot, but this pail is not even halfway full, so don't worry about it. If you have a pail that's about the size, once again, make sure that you're not filling it all the way to the top, because you don't want to burn it. Taking half of a lime, right? You can either squeeze the juice into it. I just like to squeeze it and just drop it in there. I also have some dried basil leaves that I'm going to put in there. It's not in a basil container, it's in a pasta sauce container, so don't worry about that. It's just some dried basil. And honestly, when it comes to measurements, I would say maybe, honestly, just wing it. I'm gonna show you guys how mine's look so that you guys know kind of how much to put, but I'm really just eyeballing it. And I'm just gonna take about, I would say about 2 tablespoons of coconut oil and put that in there. Today's video on how to do a Yoni steam. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Try it out and let me know what you think. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and share. And if you are not yet part of my family, consider joining us by banging on that subscribe button and turning on your notification bell to be notified whenever I post future content. I really hope to see you guys all in my next one. Bye.